chance. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much again for your attendance this evening. Remember,
on October 10th, 2017, the United States failed to qualify for the World Cup.
At the moment that I found out the U.S. didn't qualify, I was in shock. I was in complete disbelief because I never ever thought the U.S. would fail to qualify for a World Cup.
It was my birthday when they crashed and burned out of qualifying. So I can say unequivocally it was the worst birthday that I've ever had in my entire life, and probably will continue to be the worst birthday.
It was a moment I will never forget. I was in the stands in Cuba, and I had every negative feeling in the book. I cried. I was angry.
Several unlikely things needed to happen for the United States to miss the 2018 World Cup, and all of them did. On the final day of the Hex, CONCACAF's qualifying, the United States needed to win or tie lowly Trinidad and Tobago to book their ticket. They lost. Honduras won, and so did Panama. And just like that, the US was out. It's the first World Cup since 1986 that the US won't make an appearance, and a damaging blow to a nation striving to prove itself as a legitimate soccer country. The result will almost assuredly lead to upheaval among the national team regulars and has already caused turmoil within US soccer, uncovering systematic issues that have been lingering under the surface for years. Here are the 3 reasons why the US failed to qualify for Russia 2018.
Jurgen Klinsmann wasn't the right person to lead the team this World Cup cycle. This was a chance for Gulati to clean the table and reset things prior to the qualifying tournament starting. He opted not to. And I think that was disastrous, and then it ended up, kind of carrying over where the U.S. needed a result in Jacksonville just to get to the Hex.
I think that there's just a lack of accountability within the team. I don't think there was a true captain like they had in generations past. I don't think there was a true leader. I don't think there was somebody that could take the game on their shoulders and say, hey, I'm going to make sure that the U.S. qualifies in this moment. Even though it had players from those last cycles, I think that was something that was really missing.
Losing points at home obviously hurt, but if you don't win on the road, you're not qualifying for the World Cup. And we didn't win on the road. We had 5 games, a possible 15 points, and we only managed 3 points, 3 draws.
So the team that I'm going to cheer for, because the U.S. are out of the World Cup, is France. First, there are 2 teams. France is where most of my ancestors are from. I also think that they're a super neurotic team. They'll either crash and burn in glorious fashion or play really great and maybe win the whole thing.
I'm not picking another country next summer at the World Cup, and it's because for the first time in my lifetime, I get to watch the games as a neutral fan who's so passionate about this beautiful game of soccer. It's just like the Euros. You don't have to have a team to be invested in the World Cup.
I think it would be so great if Mexico just played awesome. So I'll be cheering for Mexico. This is a golden generation for them. I think it's the best chance they've had to get to the quarterfinals since 2002.
I don't think I can actually support one single team since the U.S. isn't there the way that I would support the U.S. But there's so many cool storylines. Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, all these small kind of Scandinavian Viking countries have such cool histories, and they're such small nations. To see them go to a World Cup, I would love for them to do well.